All right, so these are all cells for my prisoners where I force them to paint for me for eternity. I really suck at building in The Sims, but thankfully I have subscribers who are way better than I could ever hope to be. So today we're going to be looking at some of my subscribers' builds, and I'm going to specifically be looking at homes today because we're in the market to buy a house, which is impossible. So let's look at some houses. We'll see how far I get today. I've got the baby back here. So I'll apologize in advance. There may be some cringling and rattling in the background, but I'm sure it'll be fine. All right, so first up is a cabin, and I just gotta say, I'm loving the aesthetic here. This looks like a nice vacation home. Apparently I lost all my hair with the search for a house, which seems realistic. Honestly, this is the first time I played The Sims 4 in a hot minute, and I don't really feel like restarting the game just so I could turn my custom content back on, which will probably break the game regardless. So I'm just gonna leave it, honestly. We'll rock the bald look today. And I'm probably gonna go back and forth between like the free camera and like the Sims 3 camera, just because I feel like this is the best way to look at houses. I mean, because if you look at houses with the walls down, you're not really getting the full experience. All right, I apologize. I probably don't own some of the kits that you guys are probably using for these, so I do apologize for that. I did turn on move objects, so hopefully nothing's messed up there. All right, let's check out the kitchen. We got a cute little tea/coffee bar. Love that. We got a bar over here in the corner so I can drink my sorrows away for having to spend all my money to be able to afford a house. Okay, I'm liking the kitchen. Plenty of counter space, which is the most important feature to have in a kitchen, because I've been to houses where there was essentially no counter space, and it's like, what's the point? What am I supposed to do? Chop onions on the floor? I mean, I know in The Sims that you would just chop your onions in the bathroom, but you know, I'd prefer to not do that in real life. I love the like stone and wood mixture of this house. Like, yeah, this was just a nice aesthetic to this place. All right, let's go into the living room. Cozy little fireplace set up here. I don't know if The Sims lets you put TVs above the fireplace, which I'm actually kind of scared to do in real life because there's a lot of living rooms where you kind of have to do that. I just don't know how I feel about putting a like $700 TV above the fireplace. It just sounds kind of risky. Maybe if I got one of those like Walmart TVs, I would be comfortable doing it. All right, let's check out all of downstairs before I go up. Let's go in here. Okay, I'm going to assume this is a pack issue because I went back to make sure that I had move objects on, and I do. So I think this is just a paint swatch that I don't own, unfortunately. This is a nice bathroom though. I was in a house a couple weeks ago where the bathroom, I kid you not, I don't even know if I'd be able to stand in it. It was so small and claustrophobic, I didn't even want to go inside of it. It was actually one of the main reasons why we did not get the house, because I was like if I can't even fit in the bathroom, like that's a part of the house that's a complete waste of money. All right, let's check out this room. Might be a closet. Oh no, it's not. I was very wrong. This looks like the master bedroom. Comes with its own fireplace. Very nice. Got my own bamboo garden growing in here. And honestly, I just thought this was a door. I'm just now realizing it's a mirror. So goes to show how high my IQ is. Let's see what's through this large, oversized door. All right, nice little balcony area. I'm liking it. So I can invite over all those friends that I don't have. All right, this is probably a bedroom. Yep, this is where you'll be sleeping eventually. This looks like the Enchanted by Nature pack, if I had to guess. Good use of these wallpapers. I do feel like, though, whoever's sleeping up top is for sure gonna hit their head on the ceiling, but I ain't sleeping up there, so that's not my problem. Little office nook here. Let's check out this bathroom. Just kidding. It even comes with an arrow just in case you forget where you need to poop. Eventually you won't be pooping your pants, don't worry. Love the shower curtain. Let's go out here. This is where I can get a nice suntan, and by suntan I mean just burn in the sun, because tanning is impossible for me. Very cool house. This would be a very cool vacation spot to take, you know, the wife and kid, or kids. There was bunk beds up there, so pretty dang cool. Let's see what we have next. All right, some of the houses I'm going to look at have been on the gallery for a very long time. I mean, this one's been on here since, what month is that? October of 24. So let's check it out. It's also a little frightening that I thought this was just like a few months ago. I completely forgot it was 2026. That's disturbing me, actually. Look at this dude back here. He's trying to change his own diaper now. Good. All right, so this house is called Home with a Secret, which I think I know what that means. If you've been a long-time viewer of me, you probably have a pretty good idea of what that means too. But if you're new here, you're in for quite a surprise. Alrighty, Home with a Secret. So this is a 2-bed, 1-bath Wouldn't be able to move into this in real life. Unfortunately, I do need at least 3 bed, 2 baths. Or at least 1.5 baths. Speaking of bathrooms, we toured a house yesterday. They literally had a toilet just sitting in the middle of the basement, and they had the nerve to consider that a bathroom. Are you kidding me? What happens if there was 4 toilets down there? Is that 4 bathrooms? Look at that. He can feed himself and he can change his diaper. What does he need me for? I guess that means you can get a job now, right? All right, we got a nice little porch here where I can sit outside in the morning, drink my coffee. All right, so this would be a open floor plan, right? I mean, it's one giant living room, dining room. This is presumably where I would be making my videos. Nice little cat tower. Hopefully my cats are not too fat to jump on that. Okay, now this is what I'm talking about. A giant kitchen. Honestly, I don't care if you leave a toilet just sitting out in the basement. If you got a giant kitchen like this, I'll allow it. Cat feeders, cat calendar, cat poster, absolutely beautiful. Great setup. I would probably ditch the chairs and just use this as another an island almost. Or realistically, that one area in your house where you just throw all of your mail. That's probably what this would be, if I'm being honest. Let's check this out. Is this a pantry? Oh. Wrong again. We got ourselves a home gym, which I desperately need. All right, let's check out bedroom number 1. Got some posters on the wall. I would have posters on the wall. I've got some puzzles that I have framed back there, but we're probably moving here soon, so I've just never hung them up. All right, just kidding. I will actually be doing my videos in here. Obviously, I don't know what kind of freak would do his videos out in the middle of the living room, even though that's actually how I used to stream back in the day, just chilling in my living room. All right, let's check out this other room. Oh, apparently I had more money than I thought I did. I have literally 1 pair of shoes, by the way. Do these come with the house? All right, let's check out the bathroom. Very nice. I like the black and gray scheme we got in here. Very spacious. Most bathrooms, I feel like when people build a house, they're like, let's make the bathroom just as small as humanly possible. But I appreciate that. All right, let's go check out the nice little surprise we got in the basement down here. Alrighty, so we got washer and dryer in the basement. I'm actually very anti-basement in real life now because every basement I've looked at is crumbling. They're apparently that's just a fairly common occurrence with basements. It's just at any given moment, they could just, your house just falls in on itself. Or not every single house. I guess just because the houses I'm looking at are freaking dumps. All right, so these are all cells for my prisoners where I force them to paint for me for eternity. This person is very generous, though, because they gave them a bed, toilet, and a mini fridge. I usually just give them the canvas to paint on. So in case you don't know, there's this thing you can do in The Sims, right, where you start a painting club and you force everyone in the club to paint for you, and then you just take their paintings, put them in your inventory, and sell them. I mean, the way they have it set up, they can eat, sleep, poop, and paint on a constant repeat and not have a problem. Very genius. How many prisoners can I fit? 3, 6, 7. 6, 7. And a litter box behind the stairs. Perfect. At least one of my prisoners might be able to see the cat. Make his day a little bit brighter. I said that I'm usually in the market for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, but I would consider this one. What was the price? $157,000. I mean, it comes with a fully furnished basement. Technically, this is a 9-bedroom house if you count the 7 in the basement. So you know what? This could be doable. Wait, what is this? Lovely, but there's more beds in the basement than for the family. Well, you see 212 green. The whole point is you throw prisoners down there. You don't put your family in the prison cells. Pretty great house. Let's see what else we got on here. Oh, goody. My game is broken. Perfect. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and cut that out of the video. What in the world is going on here? What in the world is going on? All right, it appears that some things on the gallery are broken, which is typical. So I guess we're gonna have to do something different. I'll use the same creator, Pink Cement. I'll just do her not so pretty apartments, which, you know what, might be what I have to settle for. Because you know how it be, you're renting a place, and then by the time your lease is up, they're like, hey, what if we raise rent $200? It's like, hey, how about you just don't be evil like that? That'd be cool. All right, well, the gallery is broken as hell right now, so I guess I'll just keep going through until I can find one that actually can be placed. So this is somebody's yellow house from the Not So Berry challenge. So 30 by 20, 2-bed, 2-bath. Why is there 2 Thors? And why are they both bald? And why is Judge Judy Judy on here. What the hell was going on with this save file? I don't know. I used to make the most random videos on here, which I still kind of do. This one is probably going to be normal, as in it's not going to have a torture dungeon in the basement. I mean, you never know. Love the fence. That's a cool little touch. All right, we got the staircase immediately upon entry. Cool. Could be a nightmare if you're moving furniture, but you know what? That's what the movers are for. All right, we got a kitchen off to the left. Okay, very nice. I actually like the windows. Thankfully, there's not a neighbor in this lot here that's gonna like look in and watch me cooking. I mean, that would be kind of creepy, right? If you're just trying to cook and you like look over and someone's just like, what you cooking? Good counter space. And if this isn't enough when I'm chopping onions or whatever, I guess I can just clear this spot off and chop there. This is the mud room. Washer, dryer, chess set. Man, it must be nice to have a mud room. Let's check out the backyard. This looks like it's set up to like sell stuff, right? Are we selling hamburgers here? Whatever it takes to pay the mortgage. Let's go over here. I would for sure be stubbing my toe right here. All right, a little living room area, fireplace, very cozy. This is looks like a nice reading area. You got a window right here. Let's check this bathroom out maybe. Yep, I guessed right for once. Yeah, this looks like a nice place to poop. Oh, actually, I take that back. Again, with the neighbor looking in my window, I'd prefer them not to see me pooping. I mean, they've also got a direct line into me in the shower too, so that's a... Can we at least put like a curtain up or something? I'm not sure these bushes are gonna hide everything. All right, let's head upstairs. All right, top of the staircase. Let's go off to the right. What do we got in here? Kid's bedroom. Fun little castle with a bassinet. I'm gonna assume that's there for storage, not because we threw the baby in the corner of his own room. I also feel like that was intended to be here, maybe. Okay, we got a little walkway in between the bedrooms here. That's kind of cool. Let's check the balcony out. Is this both the kids' rooms? Do the kids get a balcony outside their bedrooms? Okay, this is the master bedroom. Never mind. Was this a 3-bedroom or is it just 2? No, there's a bedroom over here. Unless this is a bathroom. It's a bathroom. Cool. Ooh, very nice bathroom. Way better than the other one, in my opinion, just because, you know, the creeper looking in the window thing. Oh, we got a full house today. You gonna change your diaper too? I ought to put a diaper on that dude. He freaking pees on the floor half the time around here. Alrighty, pretty nice house. I love the yellow aesthetic. Unfortunately, I can't really do that challenge. The, what's the color challenge? Whatever the challenge is, I suck at building, so I would never be able to do something like this. So I appreciate being able to look at other people's creations. They can do it. Alrighty, let's check out another one. All right, let's head in. We got ourselves a nice little mud room, place to throw my purse. Perfect. Does anyone actually have a mud room? Like, I feel like I've never seen a house like this. Ooh, love this living room. Very spacious. We've even got an office over here where I can record my videos in the living room again. Except this will look a little bit nicer than the way I used to do it. Record player, cool. Let's check the kitchen. Okay. We got ourselves another bar for me to drink my sorrows away from buying this place. Good to have. Uh-oh. No dishwasher. Can't buy it. I'm just kidding. I mean, that is a little bit of a deal breaker for me. Because I'm lazy, I can barely remember to freaking start the dishwasher. You think I'm going to wash my dishes by hand? I don't think so. But besides the dishwasher being missing, this is a nice kitchen. Love this. What do we got back here? Is this our own booze making machine? Looks like it. All right, what do we think this is going to be? A bathroom? Yep. Let me turn the lights on. There we go. That's better. Very spacious bathroom. I appreciate it. Let's check out what's over here. Nice big fancy bed with the bed frame. That's what that's called, right? Very cool. Is this going to be a bathroom? Oh, I'm loving this. Are these windows tall enough to where somebody can't peek in? I think so. Awesome bathroom. I think it's the best bathroom we've seen so far. Did I miss any rooms? Don't think so. There's not an upstairs and there's not a secret basement. Oh yeah, and there's another chess set. I think every house has had a chess set. Have I said that I like chess in my videos before? I feel like every single house that people put on the gallery on my hashtag always has a chess set. Which I do love chess, by the way. Unless I'm playing online, then I get pissed. All right, I might have time for one more before he gets crazy. We'll do, not suspicious trailer. You know what? I need to explore all options. Chances are if I can't afford a house, this is the kind of place I'll be living. So you know what? Let's do it. All right, trailer in the desert. Not my first choice of residence, but at least we got a giant dinosaur down the road. All right, let's check it out. Oh man, this is cramped. But you know what? I mean, if you're a single dude, this might work, but you know, family 3 probably not gonna have a whole lot of fun here, but it does have an island in the kitchen, which is a huge bonus. I think it's the first actual island, so solid counter space. At least it's not dumpy. All right, what's over here? Toilet. You know, I was actually anticipating this being absolutely disgusting. I'm pleasantly surprised. All right, I assume there's only 1 bedroom here. All right, this is actually pretty solid too. Nice little setup here. And I know it said in the description to, you know, not mess with the bookshelf. So let's go ahead and do that. And what do we have here? That is horrifying. Oh my word. This is a murder dungeon. Comes with an ATM too. Is this a Breaking Bad reference? What is this? The showers? Oh my word. I think I just got tetanus just from walking in here. All right, at least the other houses, their prisoner cells were actually generous. Why is there knives in here? What are you gonna do to these people, huh? If they're not good at painting, do we do experiments on them? What is all this? This is, oh my word. Somebody missed the toilet. Alrighty, well, you know what? 10 out of 10. All right, I think that's gonna about wrap it up for today. I think I'll keep these videos relatively short so that I'm able to do more of them for when I'm not able to do longer videos. And of course, if you wanna see me review your builds, you can put them on the gallery with the hashtag WalmartThor. Before you go, if you would like to help support this channel, you can become a member. This will give you early access to new content. You can also help support me by using my creator code WalmartThor on the EA store. But if you want to help me out in a free way, just liking and commenting is super helpful. It shows YouTube that my videos aren't complete piles of crap, which maybe they are, but you know, still. And of course, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Also, I do have a Discord, so if you'd like to join, I will have it linked down in my description. That's going to do it for me today, and I will see you all in the next video.